Hey, I'm Jasmin Sehra and I'm going to show you how to get creative with fine liners and hand-drawn type. I'm an illustrator and designer. My work is predominantly typo-based and I'm super inspired by old school typography that you see on cassettes, posters, old school Bollywood posters. I'm just a huge fan of like different colors and bold and bright colors, because I feel like that portrays positivity, which is like a massive theme within my work. And it's just cool because I get to merge like two things that I'm really passionate about, which is typography and color, but also it's not just a piece of artwork, but it's actually an important message. Yeah, I just feel like it's super important to create with like a purpose, and that's kind of what I aim to do with my work. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how I draw letter forms and the different techniques I use using fine liners. I'll also be showing you how I decorate my letters using sparkle kind of decorations, and also the different shading techniques as well. The fine liners that I'll be using today are the Faber-Castell pen fine liners. It comes in 4 different thicknesses and nibs. So to begin with, I've lightly sketched my design onto some cartridge paper. I'm going to use the 0.5 fine liner to outline the letters. I'm going to use some colour pencils just to add some colour. And I'm going to add a gradient using 2 colours. So the quote that I've illustrated here is "Find joy in the journey," and I wanted to create something that encouraged others when they sort of use, fine liners or any type of medium really, is to just enjoy the journey and don't look for perfection. I'm going to use the same 0.5 fine liner that I used to outline the word, and I'm going to create an outline inside the word. Just create a line in the middle of the whole letter, and I'm just going to join the corners. So I've just created a 3D effect. Okay, so now I'm going to use a marker for the next word. I'm going to use the smaller fine liner, which is a 0.3, and then we're just going to add sparkles. They're the best in it. I love sparkles. So next is the next 2 words, which is in the. So again, I'm going to go in with the smaller fine liner for this. So the 0.3. I'm just going to outline my letters. So I've just used a colour pencil to colour in the word, and I'm going to go in again with a fine liner to add some shadow details. So just imagine that the light is shining this way, and I think that creates a really nice effect. So for the next word, I'm going to start off with a marker pen, and I'm just going to draw my letters and also fill it in. So this quote is all about enjoying the process and not to be too precious with what you create. It's really all about experimenting and just having fun. So with this word, I'm experimenting with shadows, but in a different way. I'm actually looking at using colour to add depth. Cool. Okay, so once I've added the shadowing, I'm going to go back and use the fine liner pen. I'm just going to outline and neaten up the edges. So this design is inspired by letter forms that I found in secondhand books, which you can find online, and I feel like they have some really good imagery. So to finish this piece, I'm going to add some shading to the bottom of Journey using the 0.7 fine liner pen. So this is a really random effect, and you don't have to be too perfect with where you place the dots. And as you move away from the edge of the word, the dots become lighter and more spread out. So I've started using the brush tip to add more shadow details. And that's the finished piece. So my top tips for using fine liners would be to enjoy the process and have fun experimenting. There's no right or wrong. So if you use today's techniques in your creations, be sure to tag myself and Bombay Sapphire online.